So, during the winter, as it's really quite wet in the fields, we bring all our cattle indoors, or all except for just a few. So, as you can see here, we've got a number of what we call steers. So these ones are all male, and they're in here in the warm, in the dry, and we're feeding them hay. So you can see that hay is just dried grass. So basically we cut it in the summer, we then turn it, and then we bale it, and we bale these into big round bales. And this is a pretty good feed. All our cattle, we just feed them hay, which is dry grass, or silage, which is fermented grass, and they do pretty well on it. And that is that underpins the great quality beef. So no soya, no grain, no food waste, just grass. So the types of cows we've got are basically Hereford crosses. So we use a Hereford bull, but the mothers are sometimes have got some Belgian blue in them, which is the grey ones. Some of the mothers are more or less pure Hereford, and that gives us a really good quality animal that grows well, does well from grass. As you can see, they come out a range of different colours, even though it's the same bull. The bull is a really nice dark red colour, but the ones with a bit more Hereford come out sort of red or black, and the ones whose mothers have got that Belgian blue in them often come out they're kind of a nice sort of white, grey, blue colour. But you can tell the Hereford input because of their white face. Nearly all Hereford offspring have that white face. So this is the last group of cattle that we've actually got out at this time of year. It's so wet underfoot that the cattle make a real mess of the grass, which will mean that won't be so good for next year. But also it means that we can keep them a bit closer to us when they're calving and keep an eye on them perhaps a little bit more easily. I think given the choice, they'd probably all like to be outside, but it's just not practical on our farm because we're on such heavy soil, because we're right next to the river that you might just be able to see is in flood at the moment. It's not practical to keep them outdoors. It's not good for their welfare, keeping large numbers out, and it's not really good for our welfare as well. So here we are looking across one of the flooded fields. The River Thames is in the background along the sort of line of trees, and at this time of year it's quite common for it to overtop its banks. This is effectively flood meadows. The clue's in the name, water hay, and as you can see there's large numbers of bird life are attracted when we do get the floods. At the moment out there are quite a few gulls, so black-headed gulls, and a few other types. We also get hundreds and hundreds of winter ducks, widgeon, teal, shoveler, all different types, who really make use of it in order to feed and in order to roost overnight. We also get quite a lot of swans and geese. There's a few swans at the back there. So I guess at the moment you could say probably as much as 10% of the farm is underwater, probably perhaps a bit more. So it's vast areas. As the cows are indoors, that's not a problem. It does mean, however, that these areas, they don't grow grass so well. They're not as productive as some of the other areas, but it's part of the natural cycle, and so you have to work with it rather than trying to work against it. Apparently the tripod is particularly interesting. Yeah, so I think I probably better pack up and head back to the farm.